Hello and welcome everyone. Prime Minister Imran Khan promised new Pakistan, but members of his inner circle secretly moved millions offshore. Recently, a leak shows key ally tried to bypass tax authorities, political and military elites bought luxury apartments and set up shell companies. Yes, we are talking about Pandora Paper investigations, which is the world's largest ever journalistic collaboration, involving more than 600 journalists from 150 different media outlets in 117 countries. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Pandora Paper? What form did the data come in? Who are exposed in this mega scandal? Which celebrities, fraudsters, drug dealers, royal family members are involved in this scandal? Let's have a look in today's video. It is our 2.94 terabyte data trove exposes the offshore secrets of wealthy elites from more than 200 countries and territories. These are the people who use tax and secrecy heavens to buy property and hide assets. Many avoid taxes and worse. They include more than 330 politicians and 130 Forbes millionaire, as well as celebrities, fraudsters, drug dealers, royal family members, and leader of the religious group around the world in various different formats, such as documents, images, emails, spreadsheets, and many more. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists spent more than a year structuring, researching, and analyzing the data, which is more than 11.9 million record in Pandora Papers Leak. The task involved three main elements: journalist, technology, and time. So ladies and gentlemen, what is Pandora Paper? The investigation is based on a leak of confidential record of 14 offshore service providers that gave professional services to wealthy individuals and corporations seeking to incorporate shell companies, trusts, foundations, and other entities in low or no tax jurisdictions. The entities enable owner to conceal their identities from public and sometimes from regulator. Often the providers help those with open bank accounts in countries with the light financial regulation. The records include unprecedented amount of information on so-called beneficial owners of entities registered in British Virgin Islands, Seychelles, Hong Kong, Belize, Panama, South Dakota, and other secrecy jurisdictions. They are also contain information on shareholders, directors, and officers. In addition to the rich, the famous and infamous, those who expose the leak include people who don't represent a public interest and who don't appear in our reporting, such as small business owners, doctors, and many other, usually affluent individuals away from the public spotlight. While some of the files date to the 1970s and most of the files are reviewed by ICIJ, were created between 1996 to 2020. They cover a wide range of matters: the creation of shell companies, foundations, and trusts, the use of such entities to purchase real estate, yachts, jets, and life insurance. They are used to make investment and to move money between bank accounts, estate planning and other inheritance issues, and the avoidance of taxes through complex financial schemes. Some documents are tied to financial crimes, including money laundering. So what is Pandora Paper? The more than 330 politicians were exposed by the leak were from different 90 countries. They use entities in secrecy jurisdictions to buy real estate, hold money in trust on other companies and other assets, sometimes anonymously. The Pandora Paper investigation also reveals how bank and law firms work closely with the offshore service providers to design complex corporate structures. The files show that providers don't always know their customers, despite their legal obligation to take care not to do business with the people who are engaged in questionable dealings. The investigation also reports on how US trust providers have taken advantage of some of the state laws that promote secrecy and help wealthy overseas clients to hide their wealth in order to avoid their taxes in their home countries. What form did the data come in? The 11.9 million plus records were largely unstructured. More than half of the file, which were 6.4 million, were text documents including more than 4 million PDFs, some of which ran to more than 10,000 pages. The documents included passports, bank statements, tax declaration, company incorporation record, real estate contracts, and due diligence questionnaires. There were also more than 4.1 million images and emails in the leak. Spreadsheets made up 4% of the documents, or more than 467,000. The record also included slideshows and the audio and video files. In 2018, according to a televised victory speech, Khan promised a new era. Khan said, "We will establish supremacy of the law. Whoever violates the law will act against them. Our state institution will be so strong that they will stop corruption. Accountability will start with me, then my ministers, and then it will go from there." Now, leaked document revealed that key members of Khan inner circle, including cabinet members, their families, and the major financial backers, have secretly owned an array of companies and trusts holding millions of dollars of hidden wealth. Military leaders have been implicated as well. The document contained no suggestion that Khan himself owns offshore companies. Among those whose holdings have been exposed are Khan's finance minister, Shaukat Fayaz Ahmad Tareen, and his family, and the son of Khan's former advisor for finance and revenue, Waqar Masood Khan. The record also revealed that offshore dealings of a top PTI donor, Arif Naqvi, who is facing fraudulent charges in United States. The files also show how Monis Elahi, a key political ally of Imran Khan, planned to put the proceeds from an allegedly corrupt business deal into a secret trust, concealing them from Pakistan's tax authority. Elahi did not respond to ICIJ's repeated request for comment, but yesterday, a family spokesperson told ICIJ's media partners that due to political victimization and misleading interpretations of data have been circulated in the file for nefarious reasons. He also added that family's assets are declared as per applicable country's law. The Pandora Paper investigation exposes civilian, government and military leaders who have been hiding vast amount of wealth in a country plagued by widespread poverty and tax avoidance. The newly leaked record revealed the use of offshore services by Pakistan's elite that rivaled the findings of Panama Papers, which led to Sharif downfall and helped Imran Khan to propel to the power 3 years ago. A few hours before Pandora Paper publication, Khan's spokesperson told a press conference that Prime Minister has no offshore company, but if any of his minister or advisors have it, it will be individual act and they will have to be held accountable for it. Shaukat Tareen, Khan's finance minister, and members of Tareen family own 4 offshore companies. According to Tariq Fawad Malik, a financial consultant who handled the paperwork on companies, they were set up as a part of Tareen's family intended investment in the bank with a Saudi business. He said, as a mandatory prerequisite by regulator, we engaged the Central Bank of Pakistan to obtain their in-principle approval for the said strategic investment. The deal didn't proceed. Tareens didn't respond to ICIJ's question. In a statement issued on the day of Pandora Paper publication, Tareen said, the offshore companies mentioned were incorporated as a part of fundraising process for my bank. Umar Bakhtiar, the brother of Khan's Minister for Industries, Makhdoom Khusro Bakhtiar, transferred a $1 million apartment in Chelsea area of London, elderly mother, through an offshore company in 2018. The state anti-corruption agency have been investigating allegations that his family wealth has ballooned since Bakhtiar first has become a minister in Pervez Musharraf government in 2004. And ladies and gentlemen, after this, Khan's former Minister for Water Resources, Faisal Wada, set up an offshore company in 2012 to invest in UK properties. The Pandora Papers also show this. He resigned in March amid a controversy over his status as a dual US-Pakistani national. Wada told ICIJ that he has declared all worldwide assets held in his name to Pakistani tax authorities. Gil, Khan's spokesperson, said that Khan had passed an executive order requiring unelected member of his cabinet to declare their assets, in addition to the asset disclosure already required of the member of National Assembly under Pakistani law. Same was the case with Monis Elahi. On Twitter, Elahi acknowledged that he indirectly held shares in RYK Mills though he wasn't involved in the company's management. Responding to the news of criminal probe, Khan in a speech called out the sugar mafia that he characterized as a powerful elite that set itself above the rule of the law and frequently sought to blackmail the government. While in June, Khan announced a new appointment to his cabinet. He named Monis Elahi Minister for Water Resources. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, the federal government has begun considering various options including a request to the Supreme Court to set up a commission of inquiry or an independent high-powered commission headed by a retired judge or a high-powered inquiry committee for investigating all citizens nominated in Pandora Paper leaks. Let's see how things turn out. Thank you for watching out.